Go.
Are you laying on your couch right now thinking to yourself, hey, I want to do something active and have fun with it at the same time? Well, today I'm going to show you how to master the perfect jump shot. There's just a few basic steps I'm going to give you and a few basic techniques I'm going to give you that's going to help you get on that way. So if you want to master your jump shot, like me and my good friend Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, they couldn't make it here tonight, but then I want you to really listen to everything I say and follow these steps. So there's two things I want to tell you before I get started. The first thing is the materials you're going to need. Obviously, number one material is the basketball right here. Evolution basketball. Any basketball will work. Second thing you're going to need is a nice net, rim, and a backboard, just like that. And the third thing you're going to need is a nice relatively big space for you to practice your jump shot. Now, the second thing I'm going to tell you to do is I want you to, after I give you these techniques and steps, to practice them. I'm going to say almost every day, if you can, for 2 hours at least, if you really want to master your jump shot like me and LeBron and Kobe. So those are the things I'm going to tell you, and let's get started. So follow me. So when I give you these steps, I'm going to start from the bottom of your body to the top of your body, starting with the feet, of course. So, first thing you want to do with your feet, make sure they're shoulder length apart. Everything should be shoulder length apart, especially your feet. If you're right-handed, which I am, so I'm going to do everything right-handed, but if you're left-handed, just flip everything I'm going to say. So if you're righty, you're going to want to put your right foot a little bit ahead of your left foot, and your left foot going right into the middle, just like that, of your right foot. So it's just like that. Just like that. Nice. Second part of your lower body that I'm going to show you is your knees. You want to make sure that your knees are slightly bent, just like that. Not straight up like this, because you're not going to have enough power to get the ball to the net, or not like this, because you don't want to be too low, because your shot will get blocked in the game or whatever. And the third thing about your lower body is your hips. Make sure your hips are facing square. Everything is square to the basket, just like this, especially your hips. Because if they're not, if they're like this, you're never going to have the shot online. It's going to look like this. It's going to be way up. So if everything's lined up like I said, it should look basically something like this if you're like a right-hand shooter. Switch, just like that. So the next important part of your jump shot that you want to work on is the upper body now. So the first part about your upper body that you want to work on is your shoulders. Your shoulders are extremely important. They must be lined up to the basket, straight on, and they must be back and strong and straight to the basket. If you're like this, your shot's not going to be straight. So make sure first thing, your shoulders are straight to the basket, just like that. Second thing about your upper body, your hands. Come over here. Your hands. So your right hand, you don't want to put too tight on the ball like that, because then your grip is going to be all messed up. Nice and loose, just like that. Index finger right in the middle of the ball, like that. So once you have that, the left hand, which is just as important as the right hand, you want to have it as the guide pretty much. You don't want to have it under too much like that, because you're not going to really reach the basket. It's just going to be awkward. You don't want to have it too much on the top, because you're going to be shooting with two hands too much. So once you have your right hand, the left hand, I want you to put it just a little bit below the middle, like right about there, and just guide it along a little bit. So it's just going to kind of, your left hand's just kind of going to go like that, like just a little guide. So once you have your hands, the next important step is your wrist. So you have your wrist like this. You don't want your wrist like that, like straight on like that, because it's just going to go like a line drive. You want it to be nice and cocked back like that. Nice and cocked, so it's like that. So you're going straight up, not a line drive. Nice and cocked. The next thing is your elbows. Your right elbow over here, I want you to have that nice and tucked in, just like this. You don't want it out like this, because then your shot's not going to be straight. You want it to be right, tucked in on your torso, just like this. So when you shoot, it just comes straight in like that. And your left elbow is basically have it just the same way. Not as tucked in, but a little bit out, just guiding the ball. So once you have that, the next step for your upper body is, so when you come down, when you come up like this, most players you'll see, unlike me and Kobe, you know, you'll have like Steve Nash shooting like this. They'll shoot from like their face right here. It's just gonna go like that, like a line drive. You don't want that. You want it to be more of an arc, like nice, and you want the ball to go like that, not like that. So this is how I'm gonna teach you how to do that. When you get the ball like this, and you come up, instead of shooting from here, I want you to raise it all the way up to above your head like that. Instead of like this, up. And you're shooting the ball up in the air, so it'll come down in an arc. So nice and up like that. So if you do these steps, it should look a little bit something like this. Perfect. Alright, now the third step is your head. It's not really that important, but it is kind of important. So obviously your neck, you want your whole head to be facing the basket nice and straight. You don't want anything turned like that. You want straight to the basket. And your eyes. Make sure you always keep your eyes on the rim. Don't ever look away while you're shooting. Look down. Always keep it right on the rim. Right on the front of the rim. Try to aim for right above the front of the rim. So you want to be right above the front of the rim like that. Okay, so those are basically the techniques of everything I showed you. So, you know, my number one rule I say is your shoulders. Make sure they're straight to the basket, because if they're turned, your shot's going to be all the way to the one side. You don't want that. So those are the steps. Now, the full thing that completes a perfect jump shot is obviously, hence the name jump shot, jumping. You actually have to jump. You'll see players come into the gym and they'll be like this, not even jumping, they'll just shoot the ball in the air. They'll be too lazy to even get off the ground. You want your shot to be elevated. You want to get up in the air, almost as high as you can. So when you come down, like I said in the beginning, with your knees bent, that's why you want to keep them bent in the beginning, so you have that leverage to come down and shoot right off, just like that. Nice and in. So once you have the jumping technique and all the other techniques and steps I gave you, you should be able to master your jump shot. But like I said in the beginning, you have to put in the work almost every day, at least 2 hours. And then, you know, your shot would be mastered. Once you have all these steps down and you can work in the gym and you're getting your stroke and technique down, add in a few drills. You know, you can find drills online, you can make up your own drills, maybe shoot, come over, side to side, you know, fadeaways, whatever you feel like. So I hope I helped you. I hope this will help you become a better basketball player, more active. So, and those are my steps, and I'm kind of ranking. Thanks for watching.